Alright, so welcome to this lesson where we're going to be briefly talking about targeting your ideal customer on Facebook. Now, Facebook targeting is arguably the most important aspect of the Facebook ads, and not fully understanding the ad targeting feature could just be the reason why your Facebook ad has been failing, or the reason why your Facebook ad will not do well. So to run a successful Facebook ad, you will need to carefully get these two tools ready. Number one, your ad media, which could either be your video, your image, or a series of images. And then number two, of course, is your ad test. That is where you will explain what your video or your image is all about. We all know this already. Now, these are the two components of every Facebook ad, and these are the two things that your potential customers will see and then decide if to go over and check up on what is it that you are offering. Now, if you don't understand your ad targeting, then you will end up not creating the best message in your ad. Let's take a boxer seller for example. If you want to run ads on Facebook, you must ask yourself who this ad is specifically directed at. For example, are you targeting retailers? Are you targeting wholesalers? Are you targeting end users? Let's take end users for instance. You want to ask yourself, for example, do I want to target corporate guys or the street guys? You might think that this is not important, but inability to have a clear view of who should see your ad will negatively impact your ad message. Remember that we already established that Facebook users are not originally on Facebook to buy anything. For instance, if I want to buy boxers, I would rather not go on Facebook. I will probably be on Jumia or on Amazon or probably any e-commerce website. I am just on Facebook to either have fun, to see what's happening, to catch up on gossip, to hook up with my family and stuff like that. But if you know clearly who your ad is for, you can dig in on them and then know exactly what to add to your ad message that will attract the attention of your prospective customers when they are scrolling on their Facebook feed. So if, for instance, I want to target, let's say, bankers, trust me, the message I will use to attract a banker will be different from the message that I will use to attract a mechanic. So both of them may be good targets, but both of them don't hold the same interest. What will attract a rich mechanic guy, for instance, will be different from what will attract a rich banker because they don't belong to the same demographic really. So if you don't settle this before creating your ad, you will just be wasting money because you might just have created a wrong message that will not attract your best prospect. And anytime you create a message that is too broad-based, you will notice that that message will not really catch in on the interest of a particular kind of people. So the message trying to catch a lot of persons of different demographic, for instance, will be watered down and it's not going to be a very laser targeted message. What we are trying to achieve in this situation is that you want to have a picture of the kind of persons that you want your ad to get to in your mind head, so that when you are creating your message, when you're typing your text, when you're making your video, or when you're making your images, you have an idea of the kind of people that you are expecting to see your ad, and then that mindset or that image is what is going to primarily determine the kind of message that you are going to be passing across. This is the reason why you want to start running your ad by first doing a thorough research at your detailed targeting section of the Facebook ad, which is being generously presented to you by Facebook to use for free. So while this course is not supposed to start teaching you on customer research, but as a business owner wanting to achieve a great result with Facebook ad, you must have had a perfect picture of the description of your target audience before you start setting up your ad. So let me give you a little assignment. I want you to pick a sheet of paper right now. Write down all your targeted customer that you want your next Facebook ad to get to. Then do as much as you can to describe this audience the best way you can. Preferably, when describing your audience, try to describe that audience as if you are describing just a single person. Let me give you an example. If you want to sell, let's say, nightgown, Your target audience could be newly wedded ladies, married women, single ladies, even men who wants to probably buy, nightgown for their wives or their girlfriends, and so on. So you can pick out, let's say, married women now and describe her as much as possible. This is because if you want your next ad to target married women primarily, the message that your ad will carry will be different from if you're targeting, let's say, a single lady or probably a man that wants to probably buy, nightgown for his girlfriend, maybe for the next Valentine, celebration or something. If not, your ad will not be laser targeted and it will not hit your target the way you want it to be. And when that happens, you're not going to get the best results from your ad. I believe you got the illustration. So go ahead and start putting down on your paper a clear view of the kind of people you want your next ad to get to. And I will see you in the next lesson. If you have any question for me, of course, feel free to also ask, and I will do my best to answer as much as possible. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.